What's up, guys? I'm coming to you tonight with what I think will be a pretty interesting video. I've tossed around the idea of doing this video for a while now, so I decided I'm just going to do it. For those of you who don't know, I am a career or a paid fireman, and I've done the career side for about 6.5 years now. And before that, I was a volunteer for about 12 years as well. So I decided to do a video of what I carry in my pockets of my coat and my pants. When I started out, I didn't know about carrying tools, and then as I progressed quickly into my career as a volunteer and then further into the career department, carrying tools in my pocket definitely makes my job a lot easier. And if you're just starting out, or maybe you've been doing it for a while, you're curious about stuff you can do, stuff you can carry, stuff you can do to change up your setup. So this is what I do. This is the stuff I carry, and I think this is what works best for me. All right. So the first thing, this isn't actually something I carry in my gear, obviously, but is a box light. This is my box light. It's my personal one, and I think this is an absolute necessity. I love this thing. It's super bright, and it really helps me out, especially in fires, and obviously calls not just related to fires. But I love this. I've used it and abused it for about 4 years now. This is a Streamlight Vulcan. And it's wonderful. I love it. Can't say enough good things about it. And this does come with a strap. I don't like the strap, just me personally, so I hang it on my air pack with this big carabiner. And it hangs right there on my right hip, and I love it. Moving on to my coat, I have another light right here. This is the Streamlight Low Pro Survivor. I've had this for actually longer than what I've had that Streamlight for. I don't know. We'll say 9 years. It's wonderful. This is the battery one. I didn't fool around with the rechargeable one because I just didn't like it. The only thing I've ever replaced on here is this little lens and this like bezel. But other than that, super good. Used it and abused it. Always works great. Over here, my department has these little mic loops on the jacket, and I think they're great. But I've tied this piece of paracord in a loop here on the mic loop, and this makes it a little bit easier for me to hook my mic on there. I wear my radio on a strap underneath my coat, and then I just flip the microphone out of my collar and clip it on right there. Keeps it right here where I can easily grab it, but it stops it from just swinging all over the place. So that's what I found works best for me with that. Moving over here, another loop my department has decided to put on this gear, and I've never found a really good use for it. I guess you can also clip your mic here, but I decided to, a couple of weeks ago, start carrying a carabiner attached to that because for various calls, I'll either carry Knox box keys or elevator keys, things that I don't want to stick in my pocket and things that I don't want to lose go on there, because I've lost keys before and it does not go over well. This is my radio pocket. Like I said, I carry my radio on a strap. I don't carry my radio in a pocket like some people do. This is where I used to carry my cutters. I have a pair of wire cutters, and this is where I used to carry them. But as you can see, the Velcro has come off through use and abuse, and so I had to move them. But that is where I normally keep them. And the cutters now are here. They're in this pocket. And they're just a pair of regular channel lock wire cutters that I put some webbing on so I can grab them with, my gloved hand. Pretty nice. I like them. So I have a rule before I really get deep into pockets. I have a rule. I carry no more than 3 things in a pocket, whether it's on my coat or on my pants, just because when I have fire gloves on, I can't really tell much. Can't really tell things apart in a pocket. So no more than 3 things, and I keep all my pockets pretty much set up exactly the same all the time. Zipper. If you don't have the clasps, I wish I did, but if you have a jacket with a zipper on it like this, another little paracord pull tab that I put on there helps me zip it up. Over here in this pocket, I have a little large carabiner. I will talk about why I have this here in a second when I get to my pants. I have nails. These are 16 penny nails. And I have these I have a lot of commercial stuff, hotels and apartment buildings in my first due. And shout out to Mike Champo from FDNY. I learned this trick from one of his little training videos, but I carry a bunch of these nails for chalking open doors, like commercial doors, steel doors. You just take one of these things out, put the nail in the hinge, and it'll hold the door open. And I only carry a couple wooden door chocks, so These are cheap, actually expensive, a little rubber band, and you got, I think I have like 12 or 13 of these in there. And it doesn't matter if you lose one. And then I have my window punch in there. So that's it for my jacket. I don't have anything else in my jacket. Moving down here to my pants. This right here is some webbing that I have. It is 1-inch tubular webbing, and I have 8 feet of it tied in a 4-foot loop. And I have that just in my knee pads. These knee pads are removable, or I can like unbutton and unvelcro them to change them out. So I have this folded up behind that, and that is what I have that big carabiner for. If we are stretching up a stairwell somewhere in a commercial building, apartment, or hotel, there's a million different uses for this stuff, but that's why I carry the carabiner. I can loop it around the hose, grab it, and then clip it onto a stair railing so the hose doesn't go back down the stairwell. So that's pretty nice. Over here, I have, this is my bailout rope. It's 40 feet of 8mm rope attached to this CMC carabiner, auto locking carabiner, tied on there with a scaffold hitch. It's really nice. I bought this, I forget where I bought this carabiner from, I think the fire store, but I like this because this has got the little rope retainer in there so my rope doesn't go sliding all around. And I just keep it, that's the only thing, I take that back. I have a wooden door chock in this pocket, but I just keep it all balled up in this pocket. There's my door chock. And then my last pocket over here, I have, this violates my 3 tools in 1 pocket rule, but this is like my little miscellaneous tool pouch. Come on out of there. All right. There, it's stuck. All right. This is a little like electrician's pouch. I actually got this idea using this pouch from a truck guy. So shout out to him. This is just like a little electrician's pouch. I bought it at Lowe's. I don't know how many years ago. It was kind of cheap, like $4 or $5. It had like a little clip here that you could clip onto your belt. I sliced it off so it could fit down in my pocket. But in here I carry a pair of 6-inch vice grips for standpipes. You know, if you're missing the wheel to turn the standpipe on, or gas shutoffs on gas meters, things like that. You can clamp them onto, you know, the super annoying glass doors, the glass storm doors that have the little hydraulic closer on them. You can open them up, clamp them on there, it'll hold that open. So, a bunch of different uses for those. I have my aluminum forcible entry wedge. Love this thing. I think this was like $11 on the fire store. Highly recommend buying one. Used and abused. And I keep it in my pocket, and I've tied this rope on there, and it hangs out of the top of my pocket, and it just makes it easier for me to grab it with gloves on. What else? Another door chock. And I think the last thing I have in here is a shove knife. And that's what I got. I used to carry a little 6-way screwdriver in here, but it broke, and I've just never replaced it. But that's also a handy thing to have for, like, air conditioning units, burn up a motor, something like that. It's nice to have, but that's what I carry. That's what works well for me. Oh, and my glove strap for holding my fire gloves on. I leave my gloves out when I'm in the unit, so this just holds my gloves when I have my gear hanging in my locker. But highly recommend getting one of these. You don't have to get a super fancy one like what I have. I like this. This is from Black Smoke Apparel. And that's who also made my radio strap. I've had this since I was a volunteer. Again, used and abused it. It's held up great. So that's what I got. Thanks, guys.